think it's a really interesting project actually, because it's not just supporting the hospice in itself, it's actually rewarding the volunteers, which is actually quite a unique spin on a social action project, which is really interesting.
I think it's a really worthwhile organisation, and I think that it'll be really rewarding to pay back the volunteers that have been doing such hard work to help all these people in need.
I think it's a fantastic focus because it'd be really good to recognise and fully understand the work that volunteers do, and just to make people really aware of the significance of this role.
We were really inspired by the work they did because it's just not something that's recognised as fully in the communities. I think we should be. I think we're all kind of a bit shocked at how much work they did because we just didn't really realise.
A social action project is where a team of young people identify a need in their community, perhaps a problem they want to solve or some help they want to give, and they work together as a team, completely youth-led, to influence positive change in their community and inspire others to make a difference.
Because I think the volunteers are doing a good deed, and I think that I should do something to repay them.
Well, I'm looking forward to working with Hospice in the Weald because the volunteers there are, really change people's lives.
Their work is done by volunteers, like 950 of their people are volunteers with only 150 staff, and it just shows how important the volunteers are.
But most importantly, I think it's because it changes the face of youth in the community. It changes perceptions of youths, hanging out on the streets, and actually shows that young people can really impact positive change and really benefit their local community and be awesome.
We decided that we needed to raise funds for our tea party for all of the volunteers for Hospice of the Weald, and in order to do this we decided the best thing to do would be to do a sponsored walk. Just basically to raise money so we could get all of our ingredients and stuff for our cakes for the tea party later in the week.
Today we have been baking our cakes for our cake sale tomorrow at Hospice in the Weald. We've been out and bought supplies which went quite hectically, but we've got everything we need now, which should be good. The tea party, we're baking up our cakes to give away. We've got lots of food for the volunteers and for the patients at Hospice in the Weald.
On a typical day, there is no typical day, every day is different. I work with our activities coordinator to provide a schedule of events and crafts, different art groups as well that we have throughout the week. That's in the day service. I myself work with patients here in the day service, but also in the inpatient unit and out in the community.
There's nothing that's too much trouble for them. Anything you want, as soon as you arrive at the hospice, they just cater to your every need. They're brilliant.
Oh, very nice. They're very good, really. I don't know what we could do without them.
Okay, and if there's any problems that are occurring that are affecting them, I try and sort them out.
On a typical day, we do a lot of the getting coffees for them and doing lunches, but the main bit that we do is sit with our patients and talk to them, see how their week's been, what's new, about their families. Sometimes they want to talk about things that they don't want to talk about at home.
Nothing seems too much trouble. We will always look at the individual patient as well, depending on who they are and what they need.
It's like having a best friend, really,
A diamond. They're absolutely brilliant.
Well, I think they do a marvellous job, and they do their best to help us. Well, everything is lovely.
I think that they offer a lot to people that need it, and they're a big sort of presence in the local community.
You don't have to say anything. If you want a glass of water, they quick come in. You come in the morning, you want a cup of drink, biscuits, everything is fine.
Today has just really impacted me. Like, I had a general idea of what it was going to be like, but I never thought that the volunteers can do this much to people's lives, really.
It's just amazing, and all the patients, they're all, obviously, they're in palliative care, but they still manage to be happy, and I think the work that the Hospice in the Weald do is really vital to this.
Everyone is so friendly, and nothing is ever negative. It's all positive. It's all, oh, what we're going to do next, what can we do to make all the patients happy, and all the volunteers are fantastic.
But it's not depressing at all. It's a really nice place, and the volunteers are so devoted to what they do. The staff seem incredible, and the atmosphere is just wonderful, really.
Every day is
completely different and completely mad, and I completely love it. It's an incredibly, because we work in a very caring environment, that runs right the way through the organisation. So the care that we feel for our colleagues as well as our patients is still as true. So there's a huge amount of care for making sure everyone feels happy and valued and contented and are being supported.
I absolutely love it here. It's the most rewarding job, and I don't mean financially. You're helping people and people really appreciate what they do, and I feel really supported by my colleagues. Everybody is very, very understanding and very supportive. I can't find words that would be valuable enough to assess them, because they are brilliant.